Hello! I hope you guys are all staying safe and warm at home. So I thought I'd post a little video of something you can use as a little mini workout or a warm-up if you're thinking of doing other exercise or dance this evening. So you don't need anything, just the floor and your body. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start, as we usually do, with a couple of imprints. So when we do an imprint, we're flattening out our back on the floor using our lower ab muscles. So let's do that a few times, and I want you to think about not using any other muscles. So when you contract your lower abs to imprint, just keep imprinting and releasing. Your upper abs might want to contract. Your glutes might want to contract. Maybe your shoulders or your hands or your feet or your face. So try to keep it just lower abs and then release. And let's do one more. Lower abs and release. Okay, so now starting with that imprint, let's roll our spine up off the floor. And let's hang out in bridge for a moment. So in bridge, we want to think about still being tucked under. You could use your glutes and your lower abs in combination for that. And we also want to think about contracting our upper abs a little bit so our ribs aren't like popped open like that. We want to think about holding our abs nice and firm and steady. So then we're going to roll back down. Roll up again, thinking about those postural things for the bridge up here. So lower abs in, pelvis tucked, and roll back down. And then let's do one more. Roll up and roll down. Okay, so now just some hip lifts. Push up into bridge for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's hold it up and do little pulses. And while we do that, let's double check the rest of our posture. So your feet should be about hip bone width apart, and your knees should also be about hip bone distance apart. So we want to make sure our knees aren't splayed open or too close together. Hold it up, and now let's on purpose squeeze our knees together and then come out just back to hip bone distance apart. Squeeze and release. Squeeze. The rest of your bridge posture is intact, so you're tucked and your upper abs are contracted a little bit. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now, remind your hips that they're up in bridge. If you've sunk down a little bit, let's let one hip twist down. So I'm contracting this side glute muscle, and now we're going to contract the other side glute muscle and let the other hip twist down. Right hip down, left hip down. If you can, look up and see your knees. We want our knees to be still during this. So in other words, we don't want our knees going to the side, right, or splaying open. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to march. So check your bridge posture again. We're tucked, upper abs are in control, and lift right foot up and left foot up. Right foot up, left foot up. For 3, 2, 1. Now just the right, we're just going to tap the toe down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release the right, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release your foot down. All right, let's relax from bridge. Hands are going to come back to support your neck, and we're going to do crunches. Pick a space up on the ceiling in front of you and keep your eyes on that spot. So that's going to help us avoid crunching in our neck, and it's going to help us just lift straight up. Let's go for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, halfway there, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, little pulses, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake your arms out, let your abs have a breath. Now we're going to crunch up, and we're going to reach our left hand across to the outside of our right knee, and then we're going to switch. So left hand first, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, halfway there, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand out, pulse, 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 pulse. For 4, 3, 2, other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, arms just down by your sides. Lift your legs up. We're going to do lower ab crunches. So just like with our imprint, we want to think about trying to keep the rest of the body calm, and we're just squeezing with our lower abs, trying to get our legs to shift a little bit forward or forward and up. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you know what's coming, little pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, so let's do a couple of our ball rolls. Oh, wait, actually, just kidding. One thing first. Okay, so hopefully you can still sort of see me. We're going to do a full roll back, just as an example, and then we're going to change it a little bit. So we're going to reach forward, take a little second to stretch your hamstrings, and then arms are going to come up, and we want to roll back as slow as possible. One vertebrae at a time. So tuck, scoop the belly, one vertebrae at a time. Reach your hands up overhead if you don't have stuff in the way. And now let's roll up. We want to use the least amount of momentum we need to get there. So depending on if your abs are already fatigued or not, what we don't want to do ever is really feel like we're having to jerk ourselves up. If you have to do that, use your hands to get you partway up, and then use your abs just to be a little more gentle on the spine. So try to roll up. Cool. Okay, so now let's start to roll back, and we're going to lift our right leg just a little bit. Roll back, nice and slow. Arms come down overhead, right foot comes down, and roll up. Now let's do that with our left leg. So go part way, get your hips scooped under, and now lift the left leg and roll back. And release everything, roll up. All right, one more. This time we're gonna try to lift both legs. So we start by scooping back, part way, lift both legs, and continue to roll down. And release, and up. Okay, so now let's do a couple of those ball rolls. Same idea, we're rolling back, rolling up using the smallest amount of momentum possible. You can put your hands under your knees, outside of your knees, a little farther down the leg is harder, or you can try no arms. All right, let's roll back. And roll up. Try to stick your landing, keep your feet up, roll back. And roll up. Let's do two more. And one more. Very nice. Okay, so our last thing to finish us out involves plank. So you can do plank in a lot of different ways. The most important thing is your posture. So we want to feel like our pelvis is tucked, just like an imprint. And we want to feel like our shoulders are down away from our ears. Spine is nice and straight from whatever your front point is. Could be elbows, could be hands, to whatever your back point is, which could be your knees or your feet. So whatever plank you pick, if you can, check out a mirror or have somebody critique you if your booty is way up or if your booty is way down. Either of those are a little harder on your body in terms of your spine and lower back, and also you're not getting the muscle work, and there's no sense in doing plank if you don't get some benefits, because plank isn't exactly a cakewalk. So two things here. If you are going to be planking on your knees, oh, and I should mention also, if plank on your knees is something you're still working up toward, you can stand against a wall and just lean a little bit forward, put your hands on the wall, and that starts to build strength and the feeling of your body being straight in plank. So I think you can see me in the mirror. Stand up against a wall, lean a little bit forward, and that'll help your body get used to plank and ready to try plank on your knees. So if you're doing plank on your knees, you're not going to be adding on the shimmy. You can, if you want, if you're planking on your knees and your lower abs are nice and secure, you can do a little hip twist shimmy. So if you would like to add that on, super cool. We're also going to be using side plank. So pretty much all the same things apply. You could be on your elbows, you can be on your hands, you could be on your knees, you could be on your feet. So I think that covers everything. So we're going to do front plank, side plank, front plank, side plank. Your choice, elbows, hands, knees, toes, whatever, and your choice if you want to add on a shimmy. If you're planking with your toes and not your knees, you can add on a hip lift shimmy, so wiggling your knees back and forth. All right. Prepare emotionally for plank. Okay, front plank. Here we go. Add on a shimmy if you would like. You should feel like there's lots of room between your shoulders and your ears. Lower abs are contracted. Upper back is nice and lifted. All right, let's switch to side plank. So you can try in side plank to still keep the shimmy going. That's such a good balance challenge for me. And back to front plank. Keep your shimmy going. Very nice. And let's do other side. I'll face my booty towards you. Side plank. Shimmy if you can. And back to front plank for 10 more seconds. Shimmy if you like. Very nice. Good job. All right, so hopefully that was a fun little varied warm-up for you. If you're gonna do more, I know Cassie's gonna post a video as well. And stay safe, stay warm. Hopefully the commute tomorrow, if you gotta go to work, is good. See you guys next week.